Hello guys, si Kesan Velocity Tot. Welcome sa episode 106 ng laro tayo ng Super Awat Wars V Voyage. Pero bago natin start yung game guys, check muna natin to. Yung, yung isang upload ko, yung usual na nagko-comment sa mga videos ko, nagtanong sa akin to. Paano ko daw pinalitan yung mga music ng game, ng mga characters, yung, kagaya to. Saan ko? Paano in-insert yung Forbidden Resistance sa kanta ni nakanta ni Nana Mizuki sa game. Eh, Kala daw niya yung default music lang daw ang pwede. So, pakita ko sa inyo kung paano ko ginawa yun, guys. So, bago yun, um, kasi dito minention ko sa kanya nung araw, no, nabasa ko rin dito sa Steam forums na yung mga ibang tao, ibang players hindi rin nila malaman kung paano gawin. Ito tapos ito nga yung thread na yun. 2019 pa to. So, nag-start lang maglaro last year. So, yan. Tapos nag-reply pa ako dito kasi That's yeah, that's exactly it. Thanks. Kind of fear that it isn't in the intermission screen. Actually, nandun din eh. Doon ko nga papakita sa inyo kung paano to eh. So, anyway, teka. Sara ko lang tong window na to. Tapos yan, focus ko yun sa kanya. And then, start na natin yung game. Para pakita ko sa inyo kung paano ginagawa. So, start natin yung game. Magko-controller ako guys, imbes na keyboard. Pakikita ko na lang din kung ano yung counterpart sa keyboard. Teka, start natin yung game. Fast forward na natin to. Okay. Super Awat Wars V Voyage. So, natin yung game natin. Yung tinapos natin yung chapter 45. So, para magawa yon, una, pupunta tayo dito sa options. Tapos, settings. Tapos dito, sige, gamitin ko yung mouse para hindi ko rin kasi alam yung counterpart eh. So, punta tayo dito sa sound, tapos dito sa actually dalawa yon. Ito, settings build BGM. Yan muna. Ayan, yung mga pinalitan ko. So, yung doon sa tinatanong niya, teka, paano mag-switch? Hanapin ko hanapin ko yung kay, dito, kay Angie. Ito. So, mas memorize ko siya sa sa controller, pero sige, subukan ko dito sa mouse. So, pipiliin mo lang siya, tapos pipiliin mo yung music na gusto mong palitan. So, ito yung soundtrack na to. So, teka. Yeah. Hindi ko kabisado yung sa E. E. Yata. Ay. One? One pala. Teka. Ayun. One. Yan. So, yung original niya, Cross Angie. Masanay ako sa kasi masanay ako sa controller eh. So, balik ko na lang sa controller. Sa controller, teka, cancel ko lang to. Ayan. So, balik. Yung music ni Angie, tapos kasi naka-setup na siya dito sa ko eh, mga collection ko eh. So, yung X button pala. So, ano yung counterpart nun? X button. So, 1. Ayun, 1. So, ngayon, hanapin ko yung music niya. Mas madali kasi sa controller eh. Yun lang eh. Ito. So, teka. Balik natin sa mouse. So, ito yung original. So, kung gusto kong patugtugin, play. 2. Tapos para piliin, i-ano lang, i-mouse lang siya, i-right click, ano lang, i-left click lang. Yan. Yung original in-game instrumental version. Yan. Pero hindi ko trip yan eh. Mas gusto ko yung ano eh. Ay, na. Teka. Ito to. Yan. O di yun. Napili na. Pero hindi ko trip yan eh. Mas gusto ko yung ano eh. Mas gusto ko yung bagong version eh. Yung ano, mas gusto ko yung lyric, yung intro version talaga. So, palitan natin. Tapos, teka. Balik ko lang doon, teka. Balik ko lang yung ano, pinili ko. Tapos, tapos, button. Ayan, dito. Ito. Yung pinili kong version. Tapos pag pinay, mas maganda kaysa yung instrumental lang. So, isa siya. Ganun lang kasimple guys. As for saan galing yung music, teka. As for saan siya nanggaling, ganito lang yan. So, balik, tignan natin yung file structure ko. So, time monitor, monitor view, tapos open ko yung Steam apps folder ko. So dito siya sa Super Robot Wars V. Meron na rin akong X, kaya lang di pa natin nilalaro eh. So Super Robot Wars V. Tapos itong folder na to, SRW Music folder. Tapos yan, maglalagay lang kayo ng MP3 files dyan. As for kung paano kumuha ng MP3 files, kayo na bahala doon. Hindi pwede yun eh. Medyo gray area yun eh. So, bahala na kayo kung saan kayo kukuha ng MP3 files. Pero yan yung mga ko. Tapos, para magamit sila in-game, balik tayo sa game. Teka. Ay! Okay. In-game pa rin, pero mas maganda dito sa direkta talaga eh. So, ayan. In-game. Okay. So, para ma-access yan, ulit, gamitin ko yung controller ko, hindi ko kabisado sa hindi ko kabisado sa hindi ko kabisado sa keyboard and mouse pad muna eh. So, teka, settings ulit, balik tayo doon. Tapos, ganyan. Lalagyan natin to. So, para ma-recognize nung game yung music folder nyo, bottom ba yun? Anong counterpart na? Teka. Pindutin nyo yung space bar. Tapos magkaganyan yung music for a while, pero pag pinili nyo na yung ilalagay yung music, aayos na siya. So spacebar, pero dito sa control sa gamepad ang counterpart niya start button. So teka, babalik yung music ni Titan 3. Ay, sample 3 pala to. Kasi nag-enjoy ako sa Super Robot Wars 30 eh. Doon kasi karamihan ng mga anime music, anime games, anime franchise na ginamit nila doon talagang actual music ang ginamit eh. Hindi instrumental lang. Mas enjoy kasi pag ganun eh. So yun, kinaya ko lang para dito sa Super Robot Wars V. So teka. Tuloy na natin yung game natin. So teka. Dali lang guys ha, dali lang. Check ko lang kung i-record siya maayos ha. Teka. Okay. Okay, tuloy na natin yung game natin for now. Teka. Last episode, tinapos natin yung chapter 45 tapos hindi muna natin ina-access yung ano yata to. Access ko lang yung factory. Check ko lang. O, hindi ko nga na-access. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Felt. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Phew, 9. I didn't think you go so far as to build the whole set to celebrate. Thank you. This is great. But if we're going to talk about ace pilots here, the one that's worth delving into is really the Red Baron. Nobody else comes close to that guy. Much of his war record has been exaggerated over the years, but there are also some surprising kernels of truth to it. Chief among the most amazing stories that actually took place is his time spent fighting on the Western Front. But before I can tell you all about that, I should really talk about his upbringing first and foremost. Ito na naman si Belt. At info dump na naman. But just giving you a breakdown of his early life probably isn't enough. I should really discuss his father and the immense influence he had on the Red Baron's character. Actually, no. Even that won't be enough. A broader historical context is important. I'll have to go back to his grandfather first. Or maybe his great-grandfather, pasaway. I'd really like to talk sometime too, if it's okay. May ispa. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Lottie. Masabay nga pala sila. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Thanks, 9. I love what you've done with this set. Your decorations are so adorable. Thank you. But you know what? Could still look cuter here? You should let me dress you up a bit. It'll be fun. No, really. You don't have to. I'll take care of everything. Your makeup, your hair, your clothes. You look great. Trust me on this. Kasi mukha naman siyang little Lolita na sa damit niya eh. Let me pretty you up. I really want to do this. I feel like I owe you so much for all the work you did. So this is my way of returning the favor, okay? Alright. You can dress me up, I guess. Great. To me, you're just one of the girls here. And us girls like to cute things up where we can. So let's get started. I'll make you the cutest android around. Or my name isn't Charlotte Hastings. Thank you. I trust you'll do just fine, Lobby. Pasaway. O meron pa pangatlo. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Bill. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. You seem rather detached right now, but at the same time, I sense great power and a strong will emanating from you. Dead malang. I know you're in a quiet mood right now, but I think you just might be the person to answer my important question. Go, let me ask you this. What do you think love is? Everything comes from the getter's guidance. That was a short conversation. I don't understand what he said at all, though. Meron pa, pang-apat. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Lacus. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. You're too kind. I'm only here because I have such a good crew supporting me, especially Captain Waltfleet. Even so, I find your ability to bring together such a group of people to be quite astounding. Well, if it's for your research, I'd be happy to talk about whatever you like, if you think it'll help. I think I'm already beginning to understand what draws people towards you. It's your smile and what it carries. and what it carries symbolically. It inspires people and gives them strength. You know, I think you might be right. I think you need both that inspiration and strength to do what's important. I see. So you agree that those two things have helped produce such a good crew? I'll make sure to remember that. Meron pa, pang lima. Dami ah. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Hathaway. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Thanks, Nine. That's really nice of you. I've always thought this about you. But you look and sound, how do I put it, grown up, I suppose. Oh, really? Wow, I've never thought about it. But I guess I'm okay with that. It's true that I do want to grow up a little. I want to be a man that people around me can depend on and trust. I think that very per- I think that very mentality is what makes you so wise beyond your years for someone so young. Yeah, I could see why you'd say that. He looked so lonely and distant during times like this. He had to grow up so fast because of his troubled past. It's a hard life he's had to lead, but staying strong like this will help him grow even more as time goes on. Meron pa. Andali lang guys, andali lang. May ayusin ako sandali. Dali lang. Andali lang. Wait lang guys, wait lang. Wait lang. May naayos ako sandali guys. Dali lang. Okay. Okay, pwede tayo mag-continue. Dali lang. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Banagher. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. It's crazy. I was once just a normal student before all this. The Unicorn Gundam has really changed my life. I think you're becoming I think you're being too modest. Surely the Unicorn Gundam couldn't have reached its full potential without you too. I'll take what I can get. It's always nice to hear that from people. Thanks, Nine. I'm not simply being nice for the sake of it. My opinion is based on a lot of important data that I've recorded on you since we've known each other. Data? I don't really recall giving you anything super important. Mind reminding me what you're talking about? It's my understanding that Banagher first got involved in the fighting in large part to protect Audrey, who he'd only just met at that point. If that was on some level driven by love, perhaps I'll have a better idea about not only that, but the latent potential that human life has as well. Dami, meron pa, ano ba yan? Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Tobia. Siguro itong mga to nakuha nila yung ranks na yan nung dahil hindi natin sila ginamit eh. Nandun sila sa kabilang path eh. Kasi nandun sila sa Yamato path eh. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Tobia. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. It's hard to believe I actually made it this far, knowing I used to just be the runt of the crossbone vanguard. I don't know very much about your personal history, but I think you're a great pilot. Not everybody could handle the Skull Heart nearly as well as you. Hindi, yung original, yung kinakalaban natin nung nakaraan, ano ba pangalan nun? Yung dati kasamahan nila. Oh, I don't know about that. It's true. I know that I'm not the only one who feels that way. So does Bernadette and most everyone else here. I'm not used to getting compliments so much. I think if you try just a little harder, you'll become just as good with the ladies as you are mobile suits. Wait, what did you just say? Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. But I really know you can do it, Tobia. I look forward to seeing how you go about wooing a woman one of these days. Pasaway. Ano pa? Ano ba yan? Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Setsuna. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Thanks, Nine. Kaya lang yung partner niya nawala na. nalaman natin sa dulo ng chapter ng scenario 45 na namatay na si si Tieria. There's something strange I find about you, to be honest. Really? What makes you say that? I've heard from a lot of people since I've come here that you used to be very aloof and emotionless. Nobody could ever completely know what you were always thinking. Parang ikaw, it turns out pala, ano rin to parang artificial human din pala to sila Setsune So, but when I look at you, I see a very nice person who isn't nearly all that tense. I guess that's a good sign I've changed as a person then. Do you mean changes in people aren't always physical? That's right, life is all about change. It's how we move forward. That's something my friends taught me. So people have to change in order to move forward in life. I'll make a note of that for future reference. Mabuti, wala na. I understand you have avenged your father. Yeah, I can finally put his death behind me. You probably don't understand why I did it, though. You probably don't understand why I did it, though, huh? To someone like you, it's probably just a waste of time. When I examine the facts objectively, it is indeed easy to come to such a conclusion. I knew it. Having said that, I still wish to try and understand your feelings and why you engage in it regardless. You know something? You know something, Nine? You sound pretty human to me at this point when you say stuff like that. I'm sorry for treating you like just some cold computer program, Nine. You deserve better. From the way Joe speaks, I can tell he feels a wide array of emotions about the day. Sadness, anger, pride. After examining his final strike against Excel, my tactical processing capacity gained data equivalent to 100 lang. Ang hirap ng laban na yun, 100 lang ang nakuha mo. Ano yun? Kalokohan yun ah. Nothing can be born out of revenge, so to speak. I am highly interested to see what lies for Joe's life now, with that part behind him at last. I just remembered something, Nine. And what would that be? Hamada said something pretty interesting about you earlier. Apparently, you're now starting to project innocent waves. Oh, really? It's not just you either. The Brave Express core robots and AI are too. You guys are becoming more and more human with every passing day. Ano yun parang unrealistic yun Hindi lang wala naman silang emotions pa Programs lang sila Ewan lang natin sa future ng AI technology Pero hindi ako nag-agree dito for now. Perhaps Gain and his companions are, but I believe I still have a ways to go. You really think so? If it's okay to ask, Nine, is there maybe something on your mind? Are you worried about something? That is rather unexpected to hear. Why did you ask? Well, you just sometimes look a little off late. If I may be honest, Cap, there are times when you lack a certain what is the word? Oh, finesse with women. Oo nga, ganyan nga yung main character natin. Wala siya medyo may pagkataklesa. Women, you're still just a kid. What do you know about? You're also sometimes overly blunt, in my opinion. Oo nga, taklesa ka nga talaga, yun nga. Okay, maybe you're right. Touché. But if there's ever anything I can do to help, just ask. Can't hope to save the world if I can't even help a friend. Thank you for understanding, Cap. But I also must apologize. I was deliberately avoiding the question. You're right. I feel much unease within me. It is not just one thing I worry about. Some of it is about Chitose, some about Garden. But most of all, I have grave misgivings about Iskander that come deep inside my memory banks. 100 lang talaga pasaway. Anyway, yun lang eh. Ang problema lang natin, yung huling hindi pa natin na-unlock to. Problema, ang hirap gawin ito eh. Focus if any enemy pilot on the map to below 90. Yun na lang din natin magawa pa eh. Anyway, teka. Support, save muna natin. In a way, progress din naman yun eh. Sobrang nasanay na ako sa Super Robot Wars 30 na kailangan kong i-confirm yung movement ng dahil nagagalaw ng mouse yung So anyway, save that. Tapos sub-orders. Kills. Yung wala pa pero malapit na. Hanapin natin. Ito. Si Kincaid. Si Riddle. Ace pilot ka na. Ito, ano na rin to? Ace pilot na rin to. Dali nga. Kunin ko na nga lang muna yung alam kong dapat i-level up ko na. Aska. Shinji. Asan si Ray? Tapos Sayaka tsaka boss. Okay, XP naman yan. Rosalie. Yoko. Saan si Saparota? Ayun. Maraming isa. Tsaka Lagos. Kahit sino dito sa natitirang options. Wala nang tayo kailangan upgrade pa so far. I mean, may nabasa nga pala kung pwedeng gamitin para mabababa yun sa teka. Ilabas ko teka. I-upgrade ko lang. Ito daw yung ability, yung mga attacks nito, ano. Ayun, focus draining effect. So sige. Level 5 ka naman pala eh. Sino pwede isakay dun? Si Sosuke lang ang pwede sumakay dito. Fine, sige. Okay, pansamantala, sige. No, kailangan ko siya ilabas. Pasaway. Power parts. Optional parts. Wala, walang bago. Power parts. Saan na yan? Punta ko. Bigyan natin siya ng parts. Actually, wala rin pala tayong power parts na pwede eh. Ilalabas ko siya para yung ability niya. So, isagad ko na kaya para lalong mas malakas. Kailangan eh. Para mas lalong ano yung power siya, yung ability niya. Sasagad ko na siya. Tapos, teka. Move. Masyado mabagal pala eh. So, move na lang muna. Although, ganda yung range. Ito na lang muna. Move. Kailangan natin yung ability nun eh. Para lang ma-unlock yung ano. Para lang ma-unlock natin yung natitirang power parts. Medyo aksaya ng fans, oo. Pero kailangan eh. Proceed na tayo sa next chapter, ay next scenario. Ayan, dali lang guys. Check ko lang yung time natin. So, malapit na. Naka 30 minutes na pala tayo doon sa ano pa lang na yun. Doon sa kung paano ko in-explain yung process ng pagpalit ng soundtrack. So teka lang guys. Dali, naayos ko lang yung chair ko. Boson particles have been detected. The signal is approaching, sir. Phew, we made it. I guess that's as good a sign as any. That the boson transmitter and receiver are working like they should. I was confident that they would work. Given that Saya and Executive Officer Sanada prepared them personally. Go ahead and invite the captains and mobile units aboard. We're going to hold a strategic mission to discuss our options for breaking through the Tarantula Nebula. Ano ba yan? Sila 5 yung units nila samantala 5 yung warship nila samantala doon sa kabila 4 lang. Para namang ano yun, parang hindi naman balanse yun. The Tarantula Nebula. That's a really rough area inside the Large Magellanic Cloud. Does that mean if we get past that, we might finally get to the Salazar system and with it, Scander? Yamato Walkway. What's the matter, Nine? Do you not want to go to the intelligence briefing after all? I'm not sure. May option pa dito na ba yan? I will not attend the intelligence briefing. I will attend the intelligence... Kailangan umattend ka eh. Di bali may misgivings ka. Para malaman natin kung ano yung misgivings mo. So, okay. Hindi na ako Ayan. Hindi na ako sa second thoughts dyan. I will go. It would be nice to see everyone. To see everyone again after such an extended absence. If you're sure, Nine, just don't push yourself. Yes, thank you for your consideration. It's really okay if you want time to think. I can go to the hangar bay by myself. And like I said before, if something's on your mind, you can always come to talk to me and talk with me. Thank you, Cap, but I really am okay. You don't need to be concerned. Alright, we better get going then. Yes. The fact that Cap is concerned about me already lifts my spirits enough as it is. I now feel less uneasy. Thank you for always supporting me, Cap. I intend to confront my troubles directly. I hope you will stay with me the whole way. Parang hindi magandang ano yun na. Parang hindi magandang senyalis yun na bakit kaya? Marami na akong napanood na movies tsaka game na larong games para malaman na yung ganong statement medyo hindi maganda. Yamato Hanger. Alright. So then, what exactly are these ELS themes you guys have mentioned? Yun nga, yung life forms. Right? As living metal beings who came from deep space, ELS is an abbreviation for extraterrestrial living metal shapeshifters. So yun nga, yung equivalent ng game na to ng mga Borg sa Star Trek. Yeah, all I know is they're those weird metallic guys. I can answer that. So that's what the area looks like now that he's just data. He's all shiny and pretty, kind of like a fairy or something. I heard that now that's made of. I heard that now that's. I heard that now that he's made of pure data. In the future, he'll actually be able to ride inside celestial beings' mobile suits with the pilots. First, I should explain that ELS is actually an acronym for Extraterrestrial Living Metal Shapeshifters. Ano na siya? Holographic image na lang siya tapos lumiit pa. So they're weird metallic beings living out in space? Indeed. One prominent characteristic is their ability to assimilate all matter, both organic and otherwise. Assimilate? That's an interesting choice of words. So they basically absorb it? Correct. In essence, the ELS finds a target, captures it, and then subsequently merges with it. What happens to the ones that get assimilated? We are the Borg. It's too late for them. Nobody can help them. Pero na lang kung pasasabugin mo yung Borg Queen ship. I'd hate to be on the other end of their feeding frenzy. That's not all that they can do. It's also believed that they can transmit information using something akin to quantum brainwaves. So they're telepathic like innovators or new types is what you're saying. You could say that. When we fought the ELS, Setsuna and Commander Amuro sensed what they described to be a sort of will from them. Nevertheless, those contacted by the ELS using quantum brainwaves sustained neurological damage. Had the attacks continued much longer than they did, it's possible those two may have become comatose, at which point they'd obviously be sitting ducks. Certainly, as such, when engaging the ELS, those who endure excessive cerebral damage must retreat from the battlefront for their own safety. Do we really have to fight those guys? They sound seriously scary to me. Kailangan, kahit nga sa Star Trek, kinailangan din nilang labanan yung mga Borg. Actually, I'm not entirely sure they're an enemy. What makes you say that? It's hard to really put it into words. I just didn't feel that sort of aggression from them. Which is why Setsuna actually tried to communicate with them. He wanted to have achieved some level of dialogue. Did anything much come out of that? Unfortunately, no. He was overpowered by their quantum brainwaves and lost consciousness. That's how Tiara lost his body. He gave it up to save my life. You have nothing to regret, Setsuna. You should always do what you feel is right. That's all I ever want you to do. But still, I feel awful about it. In the middle of Aeolia Schoenberg, Celestial Being's founding father, he always envisioned humanity branching off into space and meeting new species. As a first step towards that goal, he sought to end all wars among humans. And then humans would disavow war once they understood one another. They would then be able to communicate with new species, changing humanity and what it could be. Dali na guys, use ko lang ulit. Matagal na kasi itong ano ko yung chair ko. Hindi naman to gaming chair eh. Normal na ano lang to eh. Normal na monoblock lang eh. Humans who can engage in this sort of quantum brainwave communication via gene particles are known as innovators. So that's why Setsuna thought he had a shot with them. Yeah, more or less. That sounds like it could be a big breakthrough. Yeah, if we could somehow just get through to the ELS, we wouldn't have to actually fight them. It's already hard enough just making our way to Iskander. So if we could avoid fighting more than we really have to, that would be really nice. You guys, I don't know what to say. Suffice it to say, I think they understand what you're trying to accomplish, Setsuna. Don't worry about possibly messing things up. If things go south, we can clean up the mess. Pwera lang yung pagkakawala ni Kierya, di na maayos yun. For sure, you just do what you have to do, Setsuna. Thanks guys, I really appreciate your support. I take it the Gamilans concentrated most of their offensive on you guys then. Yeah, they sent a lot of waves after us. And even that Goer guy showed up after a while. Oh, the commander that got thrown into the UC dimension? He was a real interesting guy. He had defectors from both the Jupiter Empire and Neo Zeon working for him and eventually started fighting us. Zabin was a Jovian Empire commander in that battle, and he and I finally settled our differences with Force. I remember him. He was stalking you all over the place. Anyway, we whittled down Goer's forces to next to nothing. We took in the remaining defectors that were still around afterwards. This is where it gets really crazy. Bakit? Aliens? Ancient alien history meme. One of these guys we found was the captain of Full Frontal's guard. I remember him. I think he piloted the purple mobile suit. But with full frontal gone now, he's figuring out what to do next, trying to get a new lease on life. That's good. I'm glad you guys let him leave after he clearly lost his will and ability to keep on fighting. Yeah, he can just be a prisoner like everyone else. That's how I like to look at it. We can't forget that we originally migrated to space after ending conflict down on Earth in the first place. If there's a way to end things without yet more fighting, it's a route worth pursuing. The problem is that not everyone agrees with that. Yeah, like the invaders. Are they still seriously trying to go after the Yamato somehow? It's not like we can let them stop us either way. That's right, we have to keep going, including through the Tarantula Nebula. Hopefully Iskander will be in arm's reach on the other side. Briefing. Yamato Aircraft Squad briefing. Essentially, invaders are creatures that evolved from exposure to Ghetto race and can continuously seek more power for themselves. And they're interested in the Yamato's wave motion engine as a way of achieving just that. Right, but they're not exactly the type to just stop once they've got that. There's something else that they're probably even more interested in. What more could they want beyond the engine? There's Iskander, which holds the technology to the wave motion engine itself. Whoa, Iskander? Really? Are you really sure that's actually what the invaders are going after? Parang na-double click ah. It's safe to assume that's their overall goal, yeah. There's no reasoning with the invaders. They're all a bad bunch. If we're not careful, we might just suck up the whole damn planet. We can't let them do that. That would mean all our hard work would go right down the drain. If they're that intent on taking the planet, then I suppose the only thing we can do is lead them to it and fend them off somehow. Yes, that's the only conclusion I can come to as well. But that also means we're going to have to go straight through the Tarantula Nebula too. We should probably explain what that is to everyone. The Tarantula Nebula sits at the very edge of the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a rough area. We're talking thick interstellar matter and ion storms Aplenty. So parang yung Delta Quadrant sa sa Star Trek lore, kung saan napunta yung Voyager. Yung boundary ng Delta Quadrant tsaka yung area kung nasan yung Gamma Quadrant yata o Beta. The nebula itself is made up of 7 stars, which we call the 7-color star alliance, and our shortest path to scatter is straight through them. Well, dangerous or not, I think we know what we already have to do. We'll just go right on through the nebula so the invaders don't beat us to scatter. You don't understand. These stars are degenerate stars, emitting relativistic jets. In layman's terms, it doesn't get any more dangerous to navigate than in there. So, paano na? Para silang mga neutron stars? 7 neutron stars? Okay Even from this far away, our Cosmo radar is already starting to experience interference. Can't you just warp past it and bypass it all? Sadly, no. Not even the biggest warps can get you out the other side. The whole region's just too big. So we're in for a bumpy ride if we step in there. Right, which is why we're searching for a detour. Don't bother with that. We can't afford to take one. Don't bother with that. We can't afford to take one. It'll just give the invaders more time to stage a counterattack on us. The threat they pose is too great to take it slowly. We're rushing straight on through it. So we're going in the nebula after all. Well, if nothing else, I sure doubt the enemy will ever see it coming. We're really pushing our luck here. Parang sa Star Trek Voyager din ganun din. May eksena rin ganun napilitan yung crew ng Voyager sa instructions ni Captain Janeway na sumugod sa kalagitnaan ng Borg ng Borg territory kailangan Oh, I hope you know what you're doing, Commander. Alright, let's get down to it. Plot a course through the 7-color star alliance. BAO 1984 is headed for Iskander. Well, I guess that settles it. Good luck, Lieutenant Shima. We're counting on you. Leave it to me. I'll get us through. No sweat. Moments like these are what I was born to do. Ganon no? Dumaan sa gitna na mga neutron stars. They should catch the invaders and Gamilans by surprise. To say the least, they're in for a rude awakening when they get there and find us. Everyone's in such high spirits right now. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't worry so much. You look pretty happy, Kodai. What's the occasion? It's just nice seeing everyone banding together as one. I find it really reassuring, knowing what's coming up. That makes sense. But what would you say that makes us? Huh? But what would you say that mistakes? That makes sense. But what would you say that makes us then? Do you feel us banding together too? Okay Wrong timing yung wrong timing ka. Wala sa point I'm not sure what you're getting at, Mori. Ayun nga, kahit ako di ko na-get yun Nagpapahappy ako kayo, no? Wrong time, wrong setting, girl. Tama na muna kalandian. You already kind of answered my question. I mean, you've never actually called me Yuki for one. That's neither here nor there. Kaya nga, yun nga sabi ko wala ka sa tiyempo, ano ba yan? Nalala ko na naman yung isang episode na natin a few months ago. Kalagitnaan ng gera, naglalantian. Come on, Lieutenant. Is that the best you can do? Seriously, you can handle enemy combatants, no sweat. But you can take a little heat from a woman. He's right. She might not be available forever. You've got to take the plunge while you can. That's easy for you to say. Tsaka wala nga sa tiyempo, pasaway kayo Mga pa kayo, sulsul pa kayo Do you detest Lieutenant Mori for some reason? No, that's not the problem. It's just, what do you all think you're doing? The operation is underway. Get back to your posts immediately. Yun nga, buti pa to si Commander Okit eh. Yes, sir. I'm sorry for slacking off on the job. I'll focus on the mission from here on out, sir. Isa ka pa eh. Thanks, Commander. You really saved me there. Now, I thought we were getting somewhere too. Isa ka pa. I do not believe you need to worry, Lieutenant. You really think so, Nine? Mga kalantian nyo talaga? Ano ba yan? Wala sa lugar. Ano kayo? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think that it will all be okay in the end. Thank you, Nine. That makes me feel a little better. Mapasaway, ang sarap ng pagsasampalin. Wala kayo sa lugar. I better get going. Good luck, Kodai. Thanks. Good luck to you too, Mori. Wala kayo sa lugar. Scenario 46. Space Wolf. Feeling ko nga talaga neutron star yung mga yun eh. Kasi ano, iba yung brightness ng area eh. Parang neutron star talaga pag ganyan eh. If you presume that the Terrans are intent on reaching the Salazar system using the shortest course possible, they'll have to pass through this region. They're masochists. Surely they're aware of the danger. Have they gone mad? It's suicide to go inside there. I don't disagree with you, but Commander Domel remains confident that they'll go through there. Our mission here is twofold. We're to first hold up the Yamato, and then from there, the commander will finish them off himself with his own personal fleet. As brilliant a plan as ever, we're sure to win. Asa pa kayo? From what I gather, the commander holds the Yamato commander's tactical style in high regard himself. That makes one of us. Us three, meanwhile, have been burned badly by him in the past. Regardless, while we're occupying the Terrans, the hunting dog and his men will then go in for the kill. Are we really sure this plan will work? I heard it's supposed to involve the Salvians as well. Yung isang race. The race that immigrated from the planet of Salks after it merged with the great Gamilan Empire. They are very serious and extremely loyal to Gamilas, but since they have the same skin color as Earthlings, they are called an inferior race by Gamilans, who take pride in their blue skin. The fleet led by Schultz on the Gamilas Pluto frontline base is made up of Salsians. Masyado kayo racially inept. There's no need to worry. Their loyalty to Gamilas is fully assured. I agree, as Salsians, they've sworn allegiance to Gamilas as a matter of survival. They won't fail us. But what about the Supreme Leader's mission? That's enough, Major. Indeed, as it appears, Commander Domel was right. So, ilan ang kailangang battleship? Siyempre, sasama kayo na Tishiko. Yung Rakay lang. Ayan, yung dalawa. Upgrade ko na nga isagad ko na nga rin si Aprite yung yung Rakylon. Bakit wala rito? Hindi na siya pwede sa nilabas, ganun ba yun? Oo nga no. Once nilabas mo na, hindi mo na pwede upgrade pa sa Y. Dapat pala in-upgrade ko na. Never mind. Save natin muna. Ay, hindi, teka. I-ano ko muna, reset ko muna. Fast forward ko na lang yung dialogue maya. Break ko na yung rock island. Wala rito. Saan na? Pasagod na. Kailangan ko ito pasagod din. Mas kailangan ko weapon range. Pero kailangan ko rin yung okay nga yung 2 to 9. Kaya lang mas maganda yung movement para makalapit siya. Save natin dito. Tapos fast forward ko na lang yung dialogue scene. Fast forward. Kaya nga pala to. Talaga makapaniwala na hologram na lang si Tier eh. Okay, fast forward. Fast forward. Spend natin dito tapos titigil lang yung units natin. Unahin ko kailangan eh. 19 minutes pa, taga. Panay heavy hitters na. Yung muna mga non-gundam, taga. Walo na lang. May nakapipili ng Gundam. Tatlo na lang. Ito, as usual. Tapos si Tier yung huli. Sige. Ay! O, tama. Ay! Si Angie nga pala. Ano ba yan? Okay, 2 minutes na lang yung ano natin guys. Timer. So, let ko na lang tapos ng dialogue. Sandali lang guys. Kasi na lang natin yung nandito ng bits of dialogue tapos end na natin yung episode. The Gaminans have troop stationed here. That means they saw through our plan somehow. You'd have to have quite a strategic eye to see our maneuver coming. It must be that commander we fought at the subspace gate. Notify Commander Domel that we've found the Terran fleet. Tell him to evacuate and execute the plan as discussed at once. It's time. The Yamata's going to be all mine finally. Asa ka pa. Sorry, Lieutenant, but that hunting trophy belongs to me. There's no need to fight over it. I'm sure there'll be plenty of wreckage to go around soon now. Commander, advanced fleets are approaching the ship. The enemy's firepower is concentrated on 4 carrier ships. We'll focus our fire on them. Yes, sir. All units, concentrate fire on their carriers. So we've got a little welcome party. Works for me. I was starting to feel rusty just waiting around. Be careful out there. The enemy might well try to send in reinforcements. Well, either way, we can't let them stop us here. If we can just make it through here, we'll be so close to the scanner. We can do it. All units, commence attack. All units, commence attack. I repeat, concentrate your fire on the enemy carriers. Within 5 turns, defeat all other enemies and meet victory conditions. During those turns, Battleship Captain defeats 2 out of Darido, Lambari, Melte, and Shudo. May be accomplished with a single Battleship Captain. Okay, fine. Whatever. End ko na lang muna dito guys. Tuloy na lang natin ito next episode. So, spend. Exit na natin.
ゲーム中断とはいい判断だ。長時間プレイすれば集中力が落ちてミスを引き起こす原因になるからね。だけど戦いはまだ終わらない。休憩が済んだら必ずまた戻ってきてくれ。人の犯した過ちを僕と一緒に粛清しよう。できれば戦い以外の方法でね。
Okay guys? Kaya Sean Velosa signing off. Next episode na lang ulit.